Kris Johnson. Welcome to the SceneDaily.com pre-race rundown presented by Sprint. After having a week off to gather their thoughts and assess the season so far to date, Bristol Motor Speedway now beckons NASCAR Sprint Cup Series drivers. The season's first short track race, the Food City 500, is sure to test the patience and the equipment of all 43 competitors. Bristol's bullring has produced some of the most memorable finishes in Cup history. Let's take a look at some of the drivers who could factor into another fantastic finish on Sunday. We're going to start with Jeff Gordon. Gordon heads to Bristol with the points lead after the season's first 4 races, but he does so without a victory this year. Gordon takes a 45-race winless streak into the Food City 500. Coming off a second-place finish at Atlanta, Gordon and crew chief Steve Letarte, along with the rest of the 24 crew, have made some great strides over the off-season and into this early portion of the season. He appears to be poised to do great things in 2009. Among active drivers, Gordon is tied for most all-time Cup wins at Bristol with 5. The guy he's tied with, let's talk about Kurt Busch. Busch is coming off an extra week to soak in that success that he enjoyed at Atlanta. He blistered the field there by leading 234 of 330 laps en route to the victory. Busch's handful of victories have come in 16 career starts at Bristol, but he is without a win in his last 5 outings there. In fact, since his last win there in 2006 for Penske Racing, Busch has cracked the top 10 just once. But it wouldn't be a surprise to see him back near the front of the field this Sunday at Bristol. How about the RCR drivers? Last year, all they did, Jeff Burton, Kevin Harvick, and Clint Bowyer, was finish 1, 2, 3 respectively in this race. Burton won last year's running of the Food City 500 in a race that featured 17 lead changes among 8 drivers. Burton led only once and for just 2 laps, but he was at the front when it mattered most. RCR added Casey Mears to the fold this year, and he could be a dark horse competing with Bowyer's former team at Bristol. Let's go to Matt Kenseth. In the last 8 Cup races at Bristol, nobody has a better driver rating than the Roush Fenway Racing driver. Kenseth had a pair of wins during that span and has managed to all but elude the carnage that is customary at Bristol. In the last 8 events, he has only crashed once. That led to a 39th place finish in August of 2007. How about Junior? Dale Earnhardt Jr. hasn't won over the past 4 seasons at Bristol, but you might be surprised to know that nobody has a better average finish there in the last 8 Cup races. At 7.8 for his average finish, Junior is more than 1 full position better than Greg Biffle, who ranks 2nd in that category. And how about drivers on the top 35 bubble? There's been plenty of bubble talk this week with the NCAA tournament starting up, but the bubble discussion relevant here involves drivers needing strong runs at Bristol to secure a place among the top 35 in owner points after this weekend's race. That's when this year's points will be used to lock in teams into the field via guaranteed starting positions each week. We'll start with the driver currently ranked 35th in owner points. That's Mark Martin. Hard to believe, but it's been a disastrous beginning for Martin at Hendrick Motorsports. Engine failures and a blown tire put him in this precarious position. Martin needs to get off the schneid this week. Perhaps he can lean on his teammate in the Hendrick 88-5 shop for some notes to go on. Next guy to look at, Aric Almirola, who raised eyebrows with an 8th place run at Bristol last year while he was competing for DEI. Almirola, whose status is uncertain after Texas due to sponsorship concerns, desperately needs another good run to solidify his status in the top 35 after Bristol to ensure his team standing with prospective sponsors. Other drivers hovering near the top 35 cut line, some of them will surprise you. You've got Ryan Newman, David Gilliland, maybe not so much. Rookies Joey Logano, who's on the right side of the cut line now, and Scott Speed, who's on the wrong side for now. It'll be an interesting subplot to watch during Sunday's race, in addition to the battles going on at the front of the field. We hope you enjoy the Food City 500. This is Kris Johnson. Thanks for checking in with us, and we'll catch you next time.